Good morning, friends and family. I'm just checking to make sure we are actually live-a-roo and that you can hear me okay. So let me make sure it's connecting like they said we are. Hold on one second. Grab your water, your favorite essential oil while I'm doing this, and then we'll get started. Okay, yay. Okay, good. I see us. Yay. Hi, everyone. Welcome. I know it's not Wellness Wednesday, but today is Wellness Wednesday's class on a Friday because it's too hot in the afternoon and I was busy with my daughter on Wednesday. So today's class is now happening right now. All right. So before we get started, grab your favorite essential oil because we're going to talk about how to simply edit your routines. And while we play with our favorite essential oil, I've got sage today because I'm giving you guys this presentation. So I want to be able to focus and not get off topic. So I will be following the script. Just to, be mindful of everybody's time. And I'm super excited about this topic. So I tend to get a little nervous. So I'm using a sage to kind of relax me so I can not get too nervous about sharing this information with you, because I do get excited, nervous, and it comes across like I don't know what I'm talking about or I'm not prepared. And I hate that. It's like, no, that's not what's going on. I'm just like too excited and nervous about the information. And I want to get it to you correctly and follow compliance as well. So that's why I have the script, you guys, okay? Because the FDA doesn't like it when we say certain things. So I have to be mindful of that. Okay, I hope you took in 2 to 3 deep inhales. Anything left over in your hands, you put on the back of your neck, on the pulse points. This is like directly to the heart. It's like 18 inches to the heart. You put it inside the elbow is what Ian used to call it. All right, so in today's class, we're going to be talking about editing your routines and how easy it is to ditch those toxins and switch to plants. Hello, and nature, okay? So before we get started, I want to share why this is even important for me to even talk about this to you, because I've had friends ask me, hey, I still have these issues, but I've ditched, those aerosols, the stuff that covers odors. What else could it be? Oh, it could be it's everywhere. It's and I don't want to overwhelm you guys with this information, but I need you to know where to look for them because they really are. I did not get into, I was always looking for natural products to clean my home ever since I had my son. And I was always using the stuff that my mother used, my grandmother used, and those things are chock full of toxins. So when I discovered that I could use On Guard as a cleaning product, that's when I was like, that's it. Because one, it cleaned my bathroom very well, didn't leave any residue. The bathroom smelled amazing, and I didn't cough when I used the product like I did before when I would use the other brand stuff that is full of toxins, because that's my body's natural defense way to say, hey, there's something toxic in here that doesn't belong. We need to extract it. And coughing is our body's, natural defense. Okay. It was just trying to release those toxins out of my body. So our body does help us fight the fight, but we don't want to overwhelm it. So I just want to share with you what to look for and where to look for it. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen. I don't know why I'm talking like that. Share my screen with you. All right, let's go ahead and play this for you. Got my coffee with 1 drop of copaiba every morning. Helps keep inflammation down and supports my nervous system. Okay, simply doTERRA, edit your routines. Now, between all things that we do, the sources that we're not aware of, we're exposed to toxins daily, unfortunately. Every breath, every bite we take, every minute we stand under the sun, every chemical, whether it's natural or synthetic, that we come in contact with while cleaning our homes exposes us to substances that can negatively impact our health. Now, other countries have taken action and have banned remove these chemicals that are linked to cancer and reproductive harm. However, the FDA doesn't even require the basic safety testing of ingredients in personal care products before they're ever used. Now, what makes doTERRA different as a supplement So if you look on the side of the bottle, it should say supplement. You can take that internally. These are considered food additives. So they pass the GRAS test. So any food additive on the market needs to pass that test. And that's one that the FDA has, okay? But we're talking about personal care products that does not exist as far as testing on the government level. Personal care products are not the only place where exposed, toxins. It's our cleaners, our household cleaners, are the stuff we use to clean our clothes. Even the clothes when we have certain dyes on them, our cookware, surfaces in our care, shower curtains, and more certain PFAS. Now, PFAS are known as forever chemicals. You can Google this. There's tons of journals and research and information about that because essentially they never break down naturally, and they're often found in products that make them waterproof, stain resistant, or non-stick. And can I say something about the non-stick pans? I've noticed over time, especially if you use the wrong utensil in that pan, that stuff would like come up, it would flake off, right? Talk about your non-stick pan. The stuff that's supposed to make things non-stick is like, won't even stay on the pan. It doesn't even stay on the pan. That's crazy. So yeah, not so. All right, so this is doTERRA's wellness pyramid. So you want to take a look at this and think of it as like a Jenga. If you were to pull out rest and manage stress, the rest would just topple. Especially nutrition and digestion. If that was removed, oh my gosh, yeah, there's no way you can reduce toxicity, have better rest and better stress management if your nutrition and digestion is all jacked up. So all of these do impact each other. Nutrition, I will say, I will never tell anybody what to eat because I don't have the letters behind my name. I'm not a nutritionist or a dietitian, but I've done my research because I want to take care of my own body. So I just wanted to find out what are the 6 things that my body needs, not the 6 foods, the 6 things my body needs for nutrition to feel whole every day. And first it's carbs, carbohydrates like that's in fruits and vegetables, breads, certain breads. I find that sourdough bread is the best because it doesn't spike your blood sugars that crazy. But in order to keep your blood sugars from spiking when you eat carbs, you want to combine that with protein. So that's next on the list. You want to have a protein that could be eggs, meat, poultry, anything like that. Soybeans, plant-based proteins is fine, like nuts. You also want to have fat like avocado, olive oil, vitamins and minerals. You don't want to just take vitamins because they don't work unless you take them with minerals, because minerals help the vitamins work. So you want to make sure you got both. And then last but not least, water. You gotta have water. Notice I didn't say dairy. That is not part of the 6 things your body needs. I know because calcium is a mineral, right? Or yeah, that's a mineral. So you would want to eat foods that are high in calcium, like the leafy green stuff. So you don't need cow milk. You don't need dairy. But dairy's kind of nice when you're, giving yourself a treat, right? So, just when you're having a little treat. All right. What else can I talk to you about? Oh, digestion gut. Oh, let me go back. That also helps with your immune system. Oops, sorry, I went too far. That helps with your immune system and your mental wellness. Okay, because 90% of serotonin is produced in the gut. So be mindful of what you're putting in there so you have a happy brain. Movement, exercise, obviously, walking, just make sure you're not on your butt for 8 hours a day. Metabolism, that regulates and manages your energy. Sleep messes, that also ties in with hormonal and metabolic wellness. So if you're not getting enough sleep, that messes that up. Stress, we all know about that. That can also lead to illness and disease. Exposure, teaching a class, you need to make coffee. Okay. Aaron's here to make coffee, but I'll continue. Exposure, that's the toxins. That's what we're gonna be talking about today. Okay. All right, moving on. doTERRA is all about proactive natural ways of addressing root concerns. Your doctor will not. I just went to my doctor with my rash. I still haven't been diagnosed with what this rash is, so I don't want to give it any names, but it is a rash. And she gave me a topical that did work, but it's kind of coming back. Not full blown like it was before, but there's some irritation. Let me just put it that way. When it gets irritated, it seems to pop back. So I don't know what it is. But I'm still trying to figure out and get to the root cause. And the doctor, not so much. She spent like 7 minutes with me. The lifestyle choices you make each day are the foundation of your wellness. Your body is generally a reflection of your lifestyle. doTERRA has created an easy to follow wellness path with product to support you at any point of your journey. And I'm here to guide you in every step of the way. Okay. And today we're going to focus on reducing toxicity. So we're going to be looking at that section on the second level there. Okay. Let's get into it. Identifying toxins. Where are they? So did you know that American women uses and average of 12 personal care products that contain 160 different chemicals? So yesterday I had a friend ask me, well, where else can I find these toxic chemicals if I'm not using, odor, those odor cover up stuff. And I was just like, oh, the list is long. Yeah, so just go into your laundry room or your kitchen cabinet or even your personal care. Just go in there, grab your products, go to ewg.org, which is the Environmental Watch Group, and you can type in the ingredients. They're probably like long names that you can't pronounce. Fun fact, more than 40 countries have actually banned 14,000 chemicals in cosmetic products, whereas the US has only banned 9. So what are the consequences? Hundreds of makeup and skincare products contain toxic ingredients that are linked to serious health issues. They're still available in the US market. So I honestly feel that, yes, there's an obese problem, but I don't think it's because of food. I think it's the toxic overload that we're, just exposing our body to, that we're not, we're not aware of. But that's why I'm here, because I'm doing the research. I'm listening to all the experts out there, and they're all saying the same things. So I'm just regurgitating and sharing with you. And doTERRA is like backing me up because they have the products to help you switch over to. According to the EWG, while most cosmetic chemicals likely pose little or no risk to human health, exposure to some chemicals used in cosmetics and other personal care products have been linked to serious health problems, including cancer and reproductive harm. Now, this is from the EWG, a quote from them. Okay. Yeah, that's where it is. Managing toxic load is one of the most important parts of maintaining overall health, yet is rarely addressed. The good news is that our bodies are evolved to deal with a certain amount of toxins, but is eventually going to take a toll. We can also support the proper function of our body's internal filtering and cleansing systems. But at the end of the day, all the work can feel exhausting, and sometimes you need a little boost. We can't always control the toxins we're exposed to, like the pollution in our cities. I mean, if you think about it, Canada just had a wildfire, and the Northeast was just inundated with that air quality. But there's still plenty you can do to protect yourself and your family. With a lighter load, the body is better to able to function properly, leaving you and those you love feeling happy and healthy. Wondering where to start? Good question. Well, it's time to say hello to nature and goodbye to toxins. So here are the 3 easy steps to lighten your load. You identify the toxins, go in your cabinet, pull them out, go to ewg.org, type in the long words that you can't pronounce, and they're going to rate with that ingredient from 1 to 10. And I think 1 being the worst, I forget. Once you get on there, they'll help you figure that part out. but it'll be in red, and that's bad. If it's green, it's good. It's safe. You can put it in or on your body. Then you can ditch those toxic products once you have identified them and switch to more natural options. Plant-based, really, plant-based stuff. Support your body's natural detoxification process would be the third step. Now we'll cover each of these in greater depth so that you can learn how to reduce your toxic load from the inside out. All right, let's go. All right, a toxin is any substance that places undue stress on the body. So when you want to reduce the amount of toxins in your life, where do you start? First step is to identify the toxin that may be lurking in your home or daily routine, particularly when it comes to what you use on or in your body. So remember the list of products in your daily routine that we identified earlier. Go read the labels on those products, and you may find a list of mysterious ingredients. You may find that as you examine those daily items, you'll find that even products you use to help you sleep, clean your teeth, calm your stomach, or deal with uncomfortable issues, they may contain negative toxins, you guys. Once you determine where some of those toxic exposure is coming from, it's easier to plan steps to lighten your toxic load. True, you still have to wash your face, brush your teeth, shampoo your hair, soothe your illness, but how do you reduce your toxic load and still accomplish those tasks? That's why we're teaching this class today, and you're here so we can figure out how we can control what we bring into our home. Yay, there are natural products that exist that you can that can assist you in your daily routines and still reduce your toxic load. All right, let's get ready to ditch and switch. When you choose to ditch those old toxin-ridden products that your mom and your grandmama used, switch them for natural alternatives. You lighten the toxin burden on your body, supporting it as it functions optimally. This is actually easier than you might think. When one of your kids comes running into the house because they got an itch, what do you turn to? Or you sat in front of the computer too long, you got a little soreness in your neck. When you spent too much time in the sun, how do you soothe your skin? What about the sleep? What if that's out of reach? These are the times when reaching for a natural alternative to a familiar product will really help reduce your toxic load. Okay, that's how easy it is. That's how simple. Fun fact, 60% of what you put on your skin is absorbed in your bloodstream. And I want you to think about that for a minute. Think about that. When we go to bed, we're sheets, pillowcases, when we have pajamas on, maybe when we get dressed in the morning, we've got clothes on. Maybe you take your clothes to the dry cleaners. Okay, these are the things that are absorbing into our skin, getting into our bloodstream. Also, allergies, hormonal disruptions, irritation, cancer, and reproduction issues are just a few of the problems that can develop if your skin is exposed to dangerous chemicals for prolonged periods. If you live in California, you see the Prop 65 all over all the products saying this contains some kind of chemical that causes cancer. It's in everything. So you see that label everywhere here. We're the only state that does it. Your skin care, oral care, and even your hair care are all routines that expose your skin and therefore your body to toxins on a daily basis. doTERRA offers just about everything you could possibly need to clean self-care routine. So I honestly believe like I'm going to go back to this topic again. Yes, we are a obese country, and part of that is the food problem because it's been, overproduced, and it's mass produced. For one, nobody's taking their time and the quality to making the food. It's just made by machines for the most part, and that's a contributor. But I also think these toxins are inflaming our body, which is making us appear to look fat. So I don't think people are fat. I think people are inflamed. And that's because when our bodies are inflamed, the cells naturally get bigger. They store fat and they hold on to these toxins. We're going to dive into that in a little bit later. And they just get bigger. So once we reduce our toxic load, we're going to start seeing our face get thinner. So if you feel like you know, you got the food down pat, like that's not contributing, and you're just trying to lose that extra 5 or 10 pounds, think about your toxic load. That could be your 5 or 10 pounds that you're trying to lose. Okay. Where were we? I forgot where we were. Right, the 60%. Okay, so doTERRA, oh yeah, so yeah. Unfortunately, so because doTERRA does offer a bunch of things that can help you ditch and switch, we just don't have the time to go over all of them today. So I'm just going to share a few of my favorite things today. Okay. The shampoo bar. Oh my God, you should have seen me at convention. I was flipping out when I heard that these were coming out, because I started to see ads on Facebook and Instagram about these bar shampoos. And I was like, oh man, I'd love to have that, less plastic waste, more room, because I got a teeny tiny shower. Those bottles, you know, take up a lot of space. I don't have a lot of shelving, you know, organization happening. And they're huge. So, and they say, you know, landfill, they're not decomposing. Yes, we can recycle, but they're not taking every plastic bottle. They're not recycling every plastic bottle. So I saw this and I was like, yeah, thank hallelujah. Okay, so how to use it real easily is you want to wet your hair, rub the bar in between your hands until it suds, and then, you know, massage in. And then what I also do is I take the bar and I just kind of brush the bar through my hair to get the soap, and then massage in as well. And that's how I use the same technique with the conditioner. And I find these last a little bit longer than the bottled stuff, but that's just me. And I don't wash my hair every day. That if so, be mindful of that. Great. What I love about these bars also, when you're buying a hair care product in a bottle, there's going to be tons of water in it. It's mostly water. And going in the bar direction, that's going to save nearly 13.6 fluid ounces of water. So that's good for our environment. It also reduces shipping impacts because of the weight, and they don't require the plastic packaging anymore. And the boxes are recyclable. Paper is recyclable. Yay! All right, moving on to sun care. Maybe you're taking vacations, you're going out to the beach, to the mountains, you're traveling abroad, and you're just outside all day. I love these products because it's better for the ocean. It doesn't have any chemicals that's going to kill or ruin the coral. I'm trying to see what do I can share with you what it's made out of. Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Okay, so it's made with these ingredients: non-xano zinc oxide, a safe natural mineral screen filter, vegan-friendly, cruelty-free, and reef-safe formulas, aloe vera, we all know that's good for our skin, vitamin E as well, and other nourishing natural ingredients, broadband spectrum protection, SPF 30 plus. What I love about this product, because I've used other products that also use the zinc natural product, is it doesn't leave that white film like most brands do that use natural, you know, they say they use natural. Yeah, it doesn't leave that whiteness behind like most of the natural zinc products do. And it absorbs in very nicely. It's not greasy or heavy. I'm in love. I use it and it works very well. At the same time, you don't have to worry about these type of toxins that you would get with the other brands that you would get at retail, like at the big box stores. Oxybenzone. I'm probably butchering these words. Chemical sunscreen filters, parabens, phthalates, harsh synthetic ingredients. And when they say synthetic, that's petroleum based. That's what that is, because you can only get fragrances from two sources: plants and petroleum. All right, quickly, for those do-it-yourself guys, here's a clay mask. What do you call it? Do it yourself, okay? This will help cleanse and nourish your skin with this easy mask. It's great for all skin types. And it can be customed with your favorite oil. So you don't have to use lavender, or frankincense. You can use rose, chamomile. I'm trying to think of all the calming oils. Cobra Eva is good for the skin. Blue Tenzi. I'm trying to think what else. No, juniper berries for the kidneys. Tea tree, that's on there. Okay. All right, so here are the ingredients. You want 2 tablespoons of bentonite clay, 2 tablespoons of apple cider vinegar, 1 drop of frankincense oil, 1 drop of lavender oil, 1 drop of tea tree oil. So whatever oil you're going to use, you just need 1 drop, okay? Or you can just play around and see to your liking. Please note that when you're using the bentonite clay, use glass. And you can purchase these at your local health food store. Use glass instead of metal or a metal bowl or spoon because it can make it less effective. So use glass, a wooden spoon. So yeah, try to stay away from the metal stuff when you're making that ingredient. I will type this up in the description, even for my YouTubers. If you're following along, please like and subscribe if you like this class, so you can catch all the classes moving forward and never miss these tips, okay? What else? So I'll put that in the description so you can, make this yourself. So you're going to combine everything in a bowl. And if you want a thicker mass, you're going to add more of the clay, just to your liking. Then add the essential oils, apply to the skin, avoid of course, the eyes and the mouth. You let that dry for 5 to 15 minutes, and then you rinse with warm water. Then follow up with your favorite moisturizer. All right. Now, you don't have to live in fear of toxins, my friends. When it comes to your toxic load, it can feel overwhelming, true, to try and achieve this toxic-free life. The truth is you will never get rid of the toxins. I mean, we still have to deal with environmental, right? I mean, we've got climate change and all that fun stuff happening. We do our part. We just do what we can. They're just part of life. But you do have some control over the exposure, especially when it comes to what you bring into your home. So now that you know how many toxins are around you and where they are, now I'm going to show you how to avoid them, okay? So let's get you better equipped so you don't feel so powerless and hopeless when it comes to your health. And I don't want you to live in fear of toxins either. With the power of nature, you can take control of your life and health with a lighter toxic load and happier body. That's what it's all about. Happiness. All right. Did you know that doTERRA has a very popular podcast? Yeah, they host health and wellness experts each week with a deep dive into various wellness topics. In this episode, you can do the QR code there to get to the episode. It features Amy Carver, who's a doTERRA Diamond, and a licensed esthetician and makeup artist who specializes in organic skincare. If you like podcasts and want to learn more about natural beauty, check out this episode. Yeah, check out these podcasts, you guys. There's always loads of information. It's even stuff like I don't share with you because I don't know. So expand your mind and reach and listen to other people besides me. I highly recommend it. All right. If you are into ebooks, you don't have time for a podcast because you're not commuting anywhere or anything. Yeah, you could download the ebook. There's lots of do-it-yourself tips, where to search for your toxins, all that fun stuff. So there's a QR code, download that. And yeah, continuing education, you guys. I'm trying to give you the information so you can empower yourself, so you can make an informed decision. All right, so far we covered toxins and topical products, but now we're going to shift gears and discuss internal sides of inside of things. The sum of substances that accumulate within the body and the burden they place on vital organs at any given time is referred to toxic load. Unfortunately, humans have an efficient metabolic detoxification pathway that neutralizes and removes harmful chemicals via key elimination channels. And these channels include our digestive system, the liver, and kidneys. And part of their proper functioning depends on mindful nutrition and daily lifestyle habits, right? Our most vulnerable pathways are our lungs. Remember the top of the story, I talked about using those old school products that was affecting my lungs and I had to cough. Digestive tract and the skin. The most important way to detoxify is to live a healthy, have a healthy diet. Focus on nutrition helps to support the highly complex process of detoxification, while the body's built-in systems and designed to promote everyday filtering and removal of all these toxins. The true challenge is creating a daily habit that support these intrinsic detoxification pathways. All right. So let me introduce to you LLV, the lifelong vitality. So as your body works to detox from these chemicals, it's exposed on a daily basis. It depletes its reverses for several nutrients and requires extra nutritional support. The more toxin exposure, the greater need for copper, iron, zinc, and magnesium. These are the minerals. Whenever you consume proper amount of vitamin or mineral, your body receives specific health benefits. If certain nutrients are missing, then your body isn't receiving the resources it needs to function properly. For many people, supplementation can provide their bodies with adequate vitamins and minerals and nutrients to support healthy overall function. This is the first step to supporting your body properly cleansing itself of toxins. So I have a lot of friends that take vitamins B, whatever, vitamin A, but like separate vitamins. And I don't know, you guys, I'm just kind of feel like, is it really working for you, honestly? Because you keep coming back to me, especially when I check in on you on how you're doing. It's like, it's the same thing, but you're using these products. And it's like, I have to ask, do you really think it's working for you? I just wonder if you would give these a try for 30 days, just see if it makes a difference. And if it doesn't, then okay, at least we tried. I don't think you guys have tried everything. I honestly don't. And here you go. Sorry, I'm gonna get off my high horse. Sometimes I feel like I'm just banging my head against the wall when I share this stuff with you guys. Anyway, you can also support healthy digestion and immune with PB Assist Plus, a power probiotic defense formula from doTERRA. Absolutely. What I love about this, it has 6 billion CFUs of active probiotic cultures. I've compared with the other products that people have shared with me, and this has more of it than the products that were shared with me. Not to poo-poo the other products, I'm sure they're fine. It's just, I'm going to go with the stuff, that works. The soluble prebiotic fiber to support proper digestive function, particularly of the colon and intestinal tract. Supplementing your diet with probiotics promotes a healthy intestinal tract, decreases digestive comfort, optimal metabolism, and absorption of nutrients in the GI tract. So if you don't have enough probiotics in the gut, you're just not going to produce that serotonin, at least not the same amount that, people that do take this will. What else? Oh, let's move on. Okay, so we're moving on. MetaPower Assist, MetaPower Assist. Okay, so the human body has exposure to both endogenous from our own body toxins and external toxins on a daily basis, which can put pressure on the body's natural metabolic detoxification capacity. This is where MetaPower Assist can come into play. This daily supplement will help you smooth out the curves in your blood sugar throughout the meal. So what happens is when you eat, our blood sugar levels go like this. It just naturally does that. And what this does is it keeps it from spiking too high. It just kind of gives you like a little wave, little smooth wave instead of because then we crash and then we wonder why we hit that wall at 3 o'clock p.m. when we had a heavy lunch that was full of carbs, right? We get a little sleepy. Or you had some ice cream that's full of sugar, you get a little sleepy. Happens to me too. And I'm like, I don't care. I'll take my nap. But that's what's happening is my blood sugar just like spiked, then I crash and I need a nap. And all this does is it just keeps it level. So I take this when I eat my ice cream. So we talked about the blood sugars. Now, the feature I want to talk about specifically with the cyst is it has mulberry leaf extract, which has been shown to reduce post-meal blood sugar spikes by 42% when taken with a meal. What does that look like? When you take 1 capsule before a meal, the mulberry leaf extracts helps your body to metabolize what you just ate slowly, of course, The assist is designed to be paired with a healthy whole food approach to eating, so more fruits and vegetables, nuts, that sort of thing. Less overproduced foods. Metabolic assist also includes berberine, which is also beneficial for your cardiovascular health. Sorry, I'm butchering these words. They just don't, I wish they had like how to pronounce it next to it. While a whole food diet and regular exercise are best ways to promote healthy blood sugar regulations, facts, let's not forget that less than 7% of the US population has optimal metabolic health. So most of us can afford a little support, and the assist is what we need. Is what the doctor ordered, okay? Bonus tip for you guys. When you take the assist with a meal, the mulberry ingredient you heard mentioned in the overview helps your body to slow the digestion of carbohydrates when you just ate, which gives your body a bit of extra help in keeping your blood glucose level steady. The aminosugars of the mulberry leaf interact with the digestive enzymes that metabolize carbohydrates, slowing their indigestion so the glucose doesn't hit your bloodstream as quickly. So the bonus tip is a great way to get most out of your MetaPower Metabolic Assist and your PB Assist Plus is to pair the two together. This is why we're talking about these products. The non-digestive carbohydrates that result from the enzyme inhibition of mulberry's aminosugars and MetaPower Assist results in food for the good bacteria we're putting back in our gut from the PB Assist. So they work together. Yay! Okay. All right. Metabolic blend. Okay. So back in the 1980s, Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, conducted a program called National Human Adipose Tissue Survey. That's NHATS. You can look those guys up. They discovered that all human fat samples contain traces of 4 individual solvents and 1 dioxin. 9 more chemicals, including 3 more dioxins and 1 furan, were found in more than 90% of the fat samples. And on average, 83% of the samples have PCBs. In order to prevent these toxins from roaming freely and damaging your organs, your body stores these toxins away in fat cells. Remember, they're getting absorbed in the bloodstream, right? And so our body's like naturally fighting these things, and they're stored in our fat cells. Remember, I talked about earlier inflammation, fat cells. We're not fat, we're inflamed. It's commonly understood that through healthy eating and beverage choices combined with regular physical activity, we can reduce the size of these existing fat cells. Metabolic health is required, or MetaPower, the blend is uniquely formulated to support these lifestyle choices by curbing hunger cravings between meals. Plus, recent research on new essential oil blend have shown it can limit the development of new fat cells and growth of the existing fat cells. Did you hear that? It will limit the development of new fat cells and the growth of existing fat cells. Now, here's where things get really exciting. Remember, your cells, including your fat cells, do not live forever. You heard that right? They go away. By using any of these MetaPower Essential Blend oil products daily, combined with natural cell death and turnover, we have the potential to metaphorically freeze our new fat cells at a smaller size. Who wants small size fat cells? If you're pushing 50, you definitely do. Now, here's where, oh yeah, we talked about that. Now, that means, excuse me, the metabolic health or the metabolic blend can support your goals now and long term. So we're talking 10, 20 years from now. This is why it's so important to have this as part of your, have the system as part of your routine. The MetaPower Metabolic Blend features clinically balanced CPTG grapefruit, lemon, peppermint, ginger, and cinnamon bark essential oils. When all 5 of these oils are combined at the right ratios, something powerful happens. Fat cell maturation is improved, cravings are curbed. I mean, yeah, I don't really crave the sugar and the like I'd rather turn to the fruit and the vegetables if I have it. What other, I forgot what it was. Oh yeah, and your overall metabolic health is supported. So there's 4 ways where you can enjoy this oil. There's the beadlets, which is great for curbing those cravings, freshening your breath. There's the gum, if you're ever feeling hangry, especially when you're like, I'm hungry, I need to prep something, cook something. And it takes 5-10 minutes to do that. Chew the gum while you are prepping your meal that you're about to eat, and that's going to take away that hangry feeling. At least it does for me. You got to give it a try, as well as the soft gels. So those are your options. Okay. Oh my goodness. We're going to shift topics for a moment. I know it's a black screen on purpose. We're going to discuss what makes doTERRA different, what makes this community different in purity, pure products, pure intentions, pure business practices, and pure love of humanity.
What really needs to be understood is that our model is really focused on 2 things. It's focused on getting the best and helping the most. When we pick the best oils and we help the most people, that's a formula for success.
I just think the whole planet is being lifted by this company, and it makes it so easy to be passionate because I know that every step of the way, it's lifting someone, it's blessing someone, it's a light to someone.
Something that grew out of just a love for the oils, and it's given me so much more hope for the future.
We are interested in having the purest, highest quality essential oils that you can have, but in the process, we're also very interested in doing good in the world.
We chose to be a person-to-person model because we knew that this would empower people to step into their full potential and truly make the world a better place as they pursue what's pure to them.
I love their videos. They're so powerful. Right, let me see if I can get to the next screen here. There we go. All right. So it's important to discuss essential oil purity. There are a lot of essential oils out there, you guys, because it's a billion-dollar industry. People are trying to get well, and they don't want to get sick using the prescriptions that big pharma is producing. I've done my research because I've been living with anxiety for some time and years. And, I hear all my friends talk about Xanax and, they turn to that. So I did my research and I went online and Googled Xanax, and I wanted to know what are the side effects, what's it made out of? Because it's all chemical compounds. And, the side effects, every site I went to that talked about Xanax, that side effect list got longer and longer. And I was just like, you know what, that's not for me. I'm looking for something that's going to get to the root cause and not cause 50 other issues where I would need medications for those to combat those. You see what I'm saying? Because our bodies can naturally heal on its own, but sometimes we're inundated with our environment, and these supplements come into play to help us find relief. But it doesn't work if they're not pure, right? There's a lot of companies out there that use a middleman to find their oils, to source their oils, because they don't have the resources to do it on their own, like doTERRA has. Like the founders will actually go in the middle of nowhere where they have to go by, plane, train, boat, car, walk, legs to get to where these farmers are, because they're in just the most remote places. But their oils are so superior to anyone else's. And there's very little regulation. And those companies that use middlemen to find their oils, they're not testing those. They're just trying to find the cheap product for them, for their price point. And they don't have the resources to test those oils either, because that costs money to test your oils. Pure essential oils are costly to produce, and unscrupulous suppliers and brokers may try to lower the cost of their products by adding substances, adulterating the final product. A company might not even know that their essential oils they sell are adulterated. They buy from the broker. We talked about that. But every batch of doTERRA essential oil undergoes rigorous third-party testing and internal testing to ensure their products are free of adulteration and contamination of any kind. So you have peace of mind when they come through the door. You're in control and you're empowered that you have a product that isn't going to make things worse for you. Okay. From the source to you, doTERRA essential oils are 100% pure, which means you can have perfect peace of mind. Okay, just repeating what I said. doTERRA is committed to sourcing the best and helping the most. This means sourcing pure essential oils in sustainable, ethical, and responsible ways for individuals and communities worldwide, taking care of people as well as the environment. They cut out middlemen, working instead directly with the farmers and harvesters. They pay fair, on-time wages and develop long-term partnerships. This approach also means they can monitor an essential oil's purity right from the start of the source. If you want to learn more, sourcetoyou.com. I highly recommend grab the bottle that you used this morning. There should be a lot code. You type that in when you go to sourcetoyou.com and you can see the third-party report. And most likely you could probably on most of these oils meet the farmer, get to know the farmer. Yeah, they have a face and a name, and you get to learn why they partnered with doTERRA. What's their purpose? What's their story on why they, linked arms with doTERRA. Speaking of co-impact sourcing, I'm not going to read the script here. I just want to share, this was the main reason why I joined doTERRA was co-impact sourcing and Healing Hands Foundation, their nonprofit organization. Because at the time, it's 2017, we had a new president in office, and I was looking to work with companies, partner with companies, buy from companies that, not only take care of their customers, great customer service, but also take care of their employees and the people that make this happen for them, make this company work. And when I found out about co-impact sourcing and the story and how that got started was in Haiti. Vetiver is sourced in Haiti, and it takes 18 months for that plant to mature at optimum peak for harvest. And the farmers, went to doTERRA and said, they need a paycheck, an on-time paycheck. They can't, it's not sustainable for them to receive a paycheck every 18 months. I mean, can you imagine getting paid every 18 months? How? When you've got to put food on the table, clothes on people's back, and a roof over your head. So doTERRA worked with the farmers to pay them to keep the plant in the ground, and they pay them fair market value for that. So if they were to harvest it, they would pay, that amount. Most companies do not do that. They will not pay their farmers for something they haven't harvested. So keep that in mind. And that's why I joined. I was like, I don't care about the oils. I just want to be a part of that. All right. Wellness advocates. So finally we come to doTERRA's wellness advocates. That would be more. Those are who share, teach about, and sell doTERRA essential oils, which is what I do. And I love doing it. I love teaching and selling these oils because I know they're going to work for you and you're going to love them. doTERRA was extremely deliberate when choosing a direct selling model. There are a lot of MLMs out there. Do your research. There are 3 types of LMM compensation plans, and most companies just pick one as their compensation plan, and that's how they do their business. doTERRA, what they did, completely unique from all the other MLMs out there. What they did is they cherry picked the best parts of those 3 types of MLM compensation plans and created theirs, which I find is very generous and very genius of them. You can follow me for more if you just reach out to me, and we can dive into that a little deeper in another class. doTERRA's, yeah. So essential oils are incredibly experimental, right? And most people find there's a learning curve when they're first getting started. I know I did. Having someone personally introduce you and teach you how to use these essential oils is invaluable. And you can say it's essential. I'm an essential worker. Wellness advocates should provide a robust, supportive customer service experience that's also warm and welcoming. I do my best. We're real people who can always serve you as your first point of contact when you're learning how to use your products or need help. I'm only a text message away. Anyone that has, needed my customer service expertise, knows. We're built-in partners and personal guides on your wellness journey. So when you tell me you have an ailment, I'm going to do my research and I'm going to constantly bring it up. You should try this product, this product, this product. And there's a reason why I'm telling you to try the product, because it has an ingredient or a chemical in there that has been shown in research and studies to help reduce whatever is going on with you. It's some kind of inflammation, right? And these products they do it. I mean, my rash. I don't know. I should show you before and after pictures of my rash, and maybe, just maybe. Okay. All right. Excuse me, you guys. I'm so sorry. All right. Would you like me to show you how to sign up and get your first year membership free? Your membership gives you 25% off every time you purchase throughout the year, or never purchase again. It doesn't matter. There are some membership perks you want to consider though, okay? You can get free shipping for any order over $100 or 100 PV point value. If you open your membership today with 150 PV order, doTERRA will send you this free Pebble diffuser, which is a value of $30 that you get for free. You didn't have to pay for that. And once your account is set up, I'm going to show you how you can earn doTERRA dollars every time your friends sign up with your referral link. The doTERRA referral program is the simplest way to stock up on doTERRA dollars that you can use to pay for anything on doTERRA.com. That could be your $25 renewal membership if you're up to get renewed. That'll pay for that. Your taxes, if you have to pay taxes on your shipment, it'll pay for shipping. If you're not at 100 PV and you have to pay for shipping, it could pay for that. What else can I share with you on that? So for those who are interested in earning additional compensation and bonuses, you can get a Wellness Advocate account. You'll receive all the bonuses listed above, plus your own doTERRA website that you can share with people that they can peruse and browse and get the information they need to make an informed decision. Okay. Okay. So we talked about several different products today. Just to review, we discussed the shampoo, conditioner, the sun care, the vitamins and minerals, the LLB, and the MetaPower system and PD Assist. So you can purchase these products separately, or you can combine them however you want. The choice is yours. It's up to you. Carte blanche, you have carte blanche. And remember, when you enroll with a doTERRA membership with one of these kits, excuse me, you receive 25% off of all your future orders when you need to replace. Okay. Loyalty rewards program is my favorite. Everybody has a different reason why they start their LRP. But I just want to share with you what I think is the most optimum way, okay, to get most out of your doTERRA products. Okay, I already shared with you the story with On Guard and my son, cleaning the bathroom. I've shared that story 100 times, but if you haven't heard it, so I used to, when he was younger and started using the bathroom, he was a terrible aim, still is. So I got tired of cleaning up the bathroom after him. So I introduced him the sponge and the cleaner that I was using. And I noticed we would cough every time I would spray the product out. And I said, you know what, you stay outside of the bathroom. I'm going to hold my breath, spray everything down with this product, jump out of the bathroom. And when I think it's clear to go in, he could go in and clean. And that we did that for weeks. And then doTERRA, you know, came into my life, and I found out that I could use On Guard as a cleaning product. So I was like, all right, I have an empty 24-ounce bottle somewhere in this house. Found it, filled it with distilled water, I think 30 drops of the On Guard blend. Said, Ian, here's your bottles, clean your toilet, I'll be back. He cleaned the whole bathroom, not just the toilet. So that was a first. Bathroom smelled amazing, smelled like cinnamon, warm and cozy. And there was no residue, no streaks. Everything looked shiny, sparkly, brand new. And then that was it. I stopped buying the stuff I've been using for, you know, ever. Since I've been cleaning my house back when I did chores as a kid, I was using that stuff. So I've been exposed to these toxins for a long time. And it was time to switch. So if you're like me, you want to have essential oils on hand on any occasion, and the LRP is there for that. By joining the program and ordering monthly, you have the opportunity to qualify for exclusion promotional items, including a free monthly product. Accumulate points when you in which you can redeem for more free products. So you know, got your doTERRA dollars and your points. I don't know how doTERRA makes money. Okay, qualify to earn commission as part of the doTERRA compensation plan. And if you want to dive deeper in what that compensation plan looks like what kind of bonuses they have and what the residual income looks like, message me, I'll show you, and then you're going to be blown away. If you're interested, feel free to browse doTERRA.com, get started, and I'll show you what products you'd like to try next. Okay, there's 3 types of people that come to my classes. The customer that live the lifestyle, that just love these products. They're on LRP. They have ditched and switched, usually because of health issues. Most of my customers have really have dealt with a lot of health issues, and those are the ones that are on LRP. The ones that are kind of dabbling, they're not on LRP. Sharer, that's the person that will email me, call me, or text me and say, I have a friend, I have a somebody, what oils can I share with them that they have? So I find out what oils do you have, and then we go from there. That's a sharer. They naturally think of someone because it works for them, and they want to know what can work for them. Builder. That type of person wants to make an impact on their community, wants to change something that's going on in their life, whether that's financial or physical. And they just can't keep them to themselves. And they just want to change the whole world. Maybe I'm kind of overreaching, but they definitely want to improve their community. That's a builder. If you're any one of these 3, let me know. And I'll get you started. Sorry, guys. I don't have any water to clear my throat, and I've been talking a lot. Okay, so bear with me. All right. What can I say here? Okay. All right, we're done with that. All right. You are never alone in this journey, you guys. If you don't want to follow me because you don't like the sound of my voice, you can always follow doTERRA on Instagram, YouTube. They're on Facebook. You can download the app. There's tons of information. It's real easy. I could probably show you real quick. I love the app. So you can, you can also listen to the podcast if you have a commute or you ride a bike, you do walks with your dog, you can listen to that. I'm just waiting for my phone to, I want to show you. Oh, anyway, yep, there we go. So as you can see, you can download the app, and then you can go look at Shop for Purpose. So they have all your systems there, endocrine, respiratory, reproductive nervous system, and you just click on that and they curate all the products that you need, the top products for your nervous system or whatever the system that you, so it takes all the guessing out. Okay. And if you're still not sure, that's where I come in and you reach out to me and I'll help you. Okay. Okay. All right, that's it. You guys are at the end of the class. Yay. So if you have any questions, let me stop the share real quick. Please reach out to the wellness advocate that is loving on you, that has shared oils with you, that has shared information with you. And if they're not reaching out to you and touching you and loving on you, reach out to me, because I don't want to leave anybody behind, because I've seen the future and it's very bleak, you guys. Just based off of what Aaron has told me as a physical therapist assistant. He does a lot of home health, and he's, I would say maybe 2%, I'm kind of reaching, maybe 5% of his patients are in like 1 foot in the door to hospice. And yeah, it's just not a sight I don't want to see any of my friends. I don't want you guys to go down that path, where you end up, you know, with your foot door in hospice. We and they're not that old. They're like in their 80s, and you're thinking, well, 80s is pretty old. 90s is. But yeah, I just don't want us to go out that way. I want us all to like have our own vision of how we want to go out, how we want to end on this planet, how we want to end this note. And for most of us, it's either in our sleep or enjoying time with our family, where we're in a space of happiness and we're not miserable and we're feeling good. And our bodies should just like, we're not turning over any cells. That's basically what's happening. That whole thing is shutting down. So we want to be in a good state of mind, mentally and physically, on our last days on the planet. And that's what doTERRA's goal is too. And that's why I teach these class, because I don't want you guys to suffer. I don't want you to feel fat anymore. Just let's start reducing that inflammation. Okay. And you're going to see it in your face as soon as you start these products. But it's up to you. The ball is in your court. I've shown you the information how to get started. It's up to you to make the switch. Okay. All right, good luck with that. If you need any, again, any questions, or if you have questions, please reach out to me or your wellness advocate. And next month will be God Oils Now What, because we're going to be all new promos. And then probably I might do back to basics class, because, you know, people are going back to school, back to, you know, their old routines, summer vacations over. So we'll probably go back to basics in August. And then of course, September is convention. So those classes will be solely wrapped around those new items. I can't wait to see and find out, because I'm sure there's going to be new information about the Meta Assist, because they've been doing clinical trials with those. So I can't wait to find out about that. And I'll be sharing that with you. So stay tuned. YouTubers, please subscribe, like, so you don't miss those information, because it's all about empowering you and being your own advocate for yourself, for your own health, because yeah, nobody cares. Okay. I do. I care. All right. Bye guys. See you next month. Enjoy the rest of your summer, and take care. Peace out. Bye.